Hi, everybody. Welcome to our behind the scenes membership tour. My name is Mary Kate Brown, and I am a membership specialist here at Hope Writers. And all that really means is that every day I get to speak with writers just like you. And I help them decide what maybe their next best step toward making progress in their writing might look like. Maybe you write fiction or nonfiction. Perhaps you write children's books, or maybe you're a podcaster or a speaker. And you might be here with us today because you're wanting to move your writing goals forward, but maybe you don't feel sure of the best way to do that. And so if this is you, you are in the right place. So I would love to, hear from you all. Just so everybody's aware, we do have a team member in the chat as well. We can see your comments. We would love to hear from you. Maybe share where you're joining us from. Maybe share if you've just recently decided to get started with us. We're here. We want to hear from you. We want to see you. So if you followed us for any length of time, or even if you haven't, you might know that at Hope Writers, we have made it our jobs to help writers balance the art of their writing with the business of publishing. And the best way that we found that we can do that we can serve you is through, the different tools and training and support that we offer our members. We're actually open just a few times a year. And right now is one of those times. We're super excited. So if you're still considering if Hope Writers is a good fit for you or not, or maybe you've already made the jump, you've already made that decision and joined our community, but you might be looking for the next step of where do I begin? What do I do? So that's a little bit about what we're going to touch on this afternoon here. We're going to give you a bird's eye view of everything that is included in a Hope Writers membership. And you're going to have the amazing opportunity to meet some of the incredible team members here at Hope Writers that work really hard behind the scenes to make everything happen so that you and our members can make progress. So again, if you're just now jumping on, if you're just now joining us live, please feel free to engage with us in the comments. We do have a team member there ready to answer any questions that maybe we don't cover, or if you happen to miss it. We want to hear from you. We want to hear, all of your questions. We want to be able to help you and serve you. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and jump in and chime in at any time. So first, I would love to bring on Anna Rachel, and she's going to chat with us a little bit about the first part of what's included with membership, which is what we call Tuesday teaching. So Anna Rachel, thanks for being here.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here, Mary Kate. You and I have done this event for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we come on and talk about Tuesday teaching, it makes me get excited about it all over again.
Oh,
I mean,
that.
It's my job, but also I get excited every time.
Yeah.
Tuesday teaching is so much fun. It's our weekly event where we host industry professionals. I mean, you're going to hear from authors, marketers, bloggers, social media experts, anyone at all related to the art and the business of publishing. You're going to hear from them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much fun when you get to come in and watch in the Facebook group or watch it in the archives. It's so neat. I was watching back from one of our other interviews where we talked about this, and you said it was like getting a writing conference every week. And I thought, yes, that's exactly how it is.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. And not only is this part of your job as, you're a content coordinator. So basically, what does that mean? Tell our members, what does that mean, the content coordinator? Tuesday teaching is my job.
Sure. So there's a few different little things it means, but one of the main jobs that I have is inviting and welcoming and booking our Tuesday teachers.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to email them and talk with them or their assistants and talk about, okay, here's what information we would love for you to talk about with our members. Here's what we maybe have a gap that we want to fill in our library, or we have updated information that we want to provide for our members. And so I help bring on those Tuesday teachers that are going to be the expert in that subject.
And what's so great about you doing this is not only like do you work here at Hope Writers and help serve our members in our community, but you've been a member for a while yourself.
Yeah, I've been a member for 3 years. I joined in January of 2019.
Amazing.
So I know. And so I started out as a stage 1 writer, and now I'm a stage 3 writer. And one of the main things that helped me was Tuesday teachings.
Yeah. And so that's super helpful to know that you are the person inviting Tuesday teachers. You let them know the questions that we have as writers. So every week we have the opportunity to hear from them, and we are going to get the right kind of information we need, especially depending on what stage we're in, like you had mentioned. So if someone is, here today, maybe they just decided to jump in or they're still contemplating, like you told us what Tuesday teaching is, how is this going to help, right? Why would somebody who's new decide I'm going to block off this time, an hour every week to attend?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. And I think it's because what makes the difference here is that you're getting the most up-to-date, most current, most expert information. When I joined, I didn't want to just hear from Hope Writers' perspective or just from one particular person. I want to hear from a variety of people. I'm personally not a podcaster, but so many of our members are. And so we want to have on people who do podcasting. We want to have on people who write children's literature, who write YA, who write fiction, nonfiction, who are illustrators, who are literary agents. Yeah. And you're going to hear from the expert people who know what they're talking about, who have been doing this for years and who have been where you are. They were a beginner once too.
Yeah.
But now they have leveled up. They've made progress in their own writing and in their own work. And they're always so gracious with their time and their expertise. They truly love writers and want to bring their expertise to our members.
Yeah. And that's exactly why I think a great way to describe it is like a mini conference every week, because like you said, we're learning from the best of the best. So we know what Tuesday teaching is. Yes. We know why it's going to help us as writers move forward. So how do we join? How do we tune in? How do we take advantage of this? What are our options?
Yes, there are a few options. Well, number one, we host a live weekly Tuesday teaching on Tuesdays, every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Facebook. And so it's in our private Facebook group. So it's streamed there for you so that you can ask your questions live. So that's one option. And then as soon as the live version is over, it stays in Facebook as well. So you can always view it in Facebook. If you want to, on Wednesday, if you want to catch back up, you can go back and watch. It also is recorded and then uploaded into our member library, which we'll talk about too in a little bit. And so you can watch it there in Tuesday Teaching Archives. And if you're really interested in just going through resources that are particularly for your stage, we put all of the Tuesday teachings into the different stages, into our different categories, so that you're getting the resources that are going to be the most helpful for you right where you are.
Yeah, exactly. And, Hope Writers has been doing this for years now. So do you have a number? How many of these Tuesday teachings are available right now in the member library? Do you know?
I counted last night, or at least looked through my list, and it is over 150. I could never find an exact number, but it is well over 150. But they're added every week.
Right.
So next year, it'll be 200.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's amazing.
Get than that.
That's amazing, isn't it? It's so cool that we get to, have access to everything that was done previously. But like you said, we really want to bring the most up-to-date information, especially when things change so quickly in our world. So yes, if you decide to jump in today as a new member, you would get your first month completely free, and you'll be able to join us for our next Tuesday teaching.
Can I actually tell the people who our next Tuesday teachers are?
Please do.
I can't believe it, y'all. I book them and I'm just like, this pitch me. Next week, if you join today, you'll get to basically watch these 4 Tuesday teachers for free, like on us. That's how I've been kind of looking at it, is you get to watch it on us. So the next 4 are Scott Erickson. He's an artist and an illustrator. He's going to talk about becoming a first-time author. Wow. Then we have Stephanie Mae Wilson. She's been blogging for 10 years, and she turned her blog into a full-time business. So she's going to tell us all about that. Then the next week we have Danielle Koch. You may know her on Instagram as Oh Happy Danny. She has it's almost 500,000 followers, but she went viral a couple years ago. And so she's going to tell us about her experience of what happened to her when she went viral and how that impacted her business. And then we're going to have Dr. Lucretia Berry, who is a longtime Hope Writer member, but she also is going to talk to us about writing about race and ethnicity, particularly in an age-appropriate way.
Amazing.
So
that's incredible.
I'm at these people. I do the easy job of emailing them, but it's because of the reputation of Hope Writers that it makes them want to say yes.
That's amazing. We are looking forward to that. That sounds like an incredible month. So if you hear those names, or even just like the description, if you haven't heard the name before, you're not familiar with one of these Tuesday teachers, and you hear, "Oh, blogging, I'm a blogger," or "I'm trying to grow my social media," we'd love to have you join us. You can go ahead and get started. Like Anna Rachel said, those first ones are going to be on us. Your first month free at hopewriters.com/join. And Anna Rachel, before we kind of pivot over to talk about our member library, which you mentioned, can you just touch on our Tuesday Together? Because I think a lot of members who join, they're looking for that connection, and we have a lot of opportunities for that. But this is a unique one that I think a little bit fits in this category. Can you just tell us what that is?
Definitely. Yeah. Tuesday Togethers has quickly become one of my favorite things that we do at Hope Writers, because it combines great content with our community that we are well known for. You get to hear directly from members who are maybe a little bit further along the path than you, and they're going to share where they started, what helped them make progress, and we're all going to be on Zoom. We see each other's faces. We get to know each other that way. You get to show up with your questions for our members. It's a great time of connection and learning from one another, and it's just like a little extra boost of motivation. Every time I leave one, I just think, oh, I want to get back in the library and go watch some Tuesday teachings now, because I want to go and make progress like they did. And it's such a fun time.
It really is. It really is. And you realize, oh gosh, I'm not the only one, working on this or wanting to pursue that. And this happens at quarterly, correct?
Yes, it happens once a quarter, usually right at the end of each quarter.
The end of each quarter. And it happens at the same time, Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. So if you can attend our live Tuesday teachings, we'd also love to have you join us live every quarter for our Tuesday Together. So I think that's definitely worth mentioning. It's so fun to be able to connect with other Hope Writers in that way. So let's go ahead and shift. You mentioned our member library. So we've got Tuesday teaching and our member library. Tell us about this, Anna Rachel.
Oh my gosh. Our member library. When I started out and I joined Hope Writers as a member, this was, I think, the thing that helped me make progress. Like, this was it for me. This was the thing that really helped me go from a beginning writer, barely calling myself a writer, to I am a writer and I have an email list and a website and I make money now from writing. Like, this was the thing that really helped me. And I would love to show you actually inside the member library, because it's fantastic.
If you can pull that up, I'd love to hear from anyone who might be joining us live right now. Anna Rachel just said that there was this shift she had in her life where she's like, I am a writer and I'm doing this work and I'm building this email list. I want to know from you, is that something that maybe is something you're working on overcoming right now? I would love for you to put the word writer in the chat if you're here with us live, or even if you're catching the replay. You're at that place where you're like, I'm finally learning that I can call myself a writer. We'd love to hear from you. We're going to keep an eye on that. And Anna Rachel, tell us what we're looking at.
Sure. So this is inside the member library. This is my account inside the library and everything. So when you first joined at Hope Writers and you go to our website, you'll get some emails from us that give you better instruction of where to go to find everything. But you go up to my library, and this is what you'll see. You'll see my writing resources, read me first, start here, writer, and all the stages, and then some other resources too, which I'll get to. But this is what it looks like. And really, when you jump in, you may have taken a quiz when you were interested in Hope Writers, just to see what stage you were in. Well, there is an extended quiz actually under Start Here. And so you'll go to Start Here and view it, and then you'll scroll down a little bit, and of course read all these things too. It gives you really great information as well. Yeah. But one of the first things we want you to do is to go and take our extended quiz. So you can go in and identify your writing stage, and then you'll be able to take this this additional quiz. So I highly recommend that. It gives you a little bit more information to let you know what stage you're in, so that you can jump right into the resources that are in your stage.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Once you've identified your writing stage, I'd say that's probably an essential first step, because then you know where you're at in the writing journey. And as you look through these stages that Anna Rachel is going to show us, you're going to pinpoint where it is that you want to go. And this is the beginning of you developing a really clear plan and a path for making progress in your writing. So
Yes.
tell us where we can access if we decide, okay, I took the quiz and I'm a stage 1 writer.
Yeah.
Show us what that looks like. Tell us what that means.
Yeah. Well, it is right here at stage 1, and not to worry, you're not alone. If you come up with stage 1, that's where pretty much everyone starts. I mean, truly, and there's so many great resources here. So if you want to go into stage 1, and on mine, it's going to show that I have a bunch of lessons completed, because like I said, I'm at stage 3 now, but I went through all the resources that were here for me. And what I did personally was I just started right at the beginning. I started with Welcome Writer. I got the basics down. I looked through all of these different articles as well. And some of them are also videos from Tuesday teachers. So we have so many different things in here. Also, please note this little button that says show more.
Yes.
Because listen, we have so many resources, it does not fit on one page.
Nope.
So you have to scroll down and look at all these. We have 5 pages.
Yes, this is essential.
It is essential. So there's so many different things here for you. And what I find really helpful, you can stay camped out in a stage as long as you want to, of course.
Yeah.
But as you make progress, you're probably going to want to know, okay, have I done all the things in this stage? Am I on the right path?
Yeah.
Well, when you get to that point, if you go back up to categories, you'll be able to see there's member training, then there's before moving to the next stage. And every single stage has this for you. It's called our benchmarks. So when you click on that, you'll be able to go in and see this nice little checklist almost of what it is that you will have done if you're a stage 1 writer. Like, okay, you've taken your writing seriously. Yeah, you joined Hope Writers, done. You've joined a Hope Circle. You are able to call yourself a writer. And once you can kind of check off all of these things, you can move forward into the next stage with confidence. Knowing, I am making progress. This seemed small as I was doing it, but now look at all this progress I've made. Look at all the things that I'm beginning to do.
Exactly.
And so it really helps you keep track of where you are.
Right.
And we just like to say your pace is your pace. There's no such thing as behind. So not to worry if you feel like you're taking a long time in any stage, but this will at least help you figure out where you are.
Yep, exactly. And sometimes that's all we need to know. Am I ready to move on? Does this make sense? So that's the type of support we really want to offer. And on some of these parts in the library and some of the lessons, there's a place for members to leave their comments, to share, some of their feedback. And just to encourage you, we have team members who read that and respond to that. We are here. We want to hear from you. And so definitely take advantage to, when you scroll down to a lesson, to see the comments and interact with our team members there. So definitely take advantage of that.
At the end of every single article, the end of every video, there's always a place for comments where we'll respond to you and make sure that you get your questions answered and feel encouraged.
Awesome. Anna Rachel, this has been so helpful. And before we say goodbye to you, I also tell our members, some members who joined, they're like, well, this is an amazing library, and I can see how this would help me really move forward and make progress in my writing. But I'm not really signing up for night school. Like, I don't want to have to log in at the end of the night and sit at my computer and do my lessons. What have we done? What is available to make this a little more easy to access into our normal everyday routines?
Well, if you are more of an auditory learner, or if you really like podcasts, we have an option available for you. Our website is hosted through a platform called Kajabi, and they have their own app. So when you download the Kajabi app, you'll be able to log into your Hope Writers library, and you can listen to every single Tuesday teaching. We provide the audio. Yes, exactly.
It's all here.
We provide the audio for you, or if you prefer to read, if you would just much rather read everything, we also provide transcripts for you of every single conversation. So no matter how you learn, there's an option available for you.
Exactly. And being able to take the training on the go is what makes this really accessible. I mean, I homeschool 3 kids. My husband and I both work from home. We have a homestead here. We're very busy. And so for me, just knowing that I can take driving time or housework time, laundry, dishes, and utilize that to listen to my Hope Writers training makes this super accessible. So
Yes, exactly.
I had to mention that because I know we have
so
a
glad
lot
you
of
did.
busy people. Well, Anna Rachel, we have just enjoyed getting to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing about our Tuesday teaching and our member library. So
Of course. Happy writing, everyone.
yes, thank you. Awesome. Okay, so next we are going to dive into the third component of membership, and that is our community. So for that, we're going to hear from Brittany. And let's see. Okay, here she is. Brittany, hi. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hello. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to talk about this.
Awesome. We're so excited to hear from you. Tell us a little bit about what you do here at Hope Writers.
Yeah, so I'm the community manager, which basically means that I get to help create the community that our members get to enjoy. So one of the really cool things about being a member of Hope Writers is that you get access to our private Facebook group that's only for our members, and you can come there and get all your questions answered. It's a great place to come. If you've Googled some stuff and you're just really not sure what the right answer is, to bounce ideas off other writers. If you're feeling discouraged, it's a great place to come to be encouraged and to encourage others. And it is just a really special place. We say it's one of the best places on the internet, and I wholeheartedly believe that to be true.
Oh, 100%. And I know sometimes being on social media can just feel like a distraction or overwhelming or whatnot. But I can truly say, having been a member for about 5 years now, this group is encouraging, it's friendly, it's welcoming, and there's very valuable conversation happening in this group. This is what we like to say, a promotion-free zone, right?
Yes, absolutely. We have a special place each week. We've got some weekly rhythms in place where you can share your work. So if it's okay, I'll talk about those weekly rhythms.
Oh, yes, please tell us what a new member can expect upon joining. We want to hear all about it.
Yeah, so when you come into the Facebook group, you'll notice that through the week, we kind of have some touch points that are the same weekly. So on Mondays, we do a Monday recap. That is really important because our Facebook group has a lot of members and it moves quickly. It is not your job to come in and keep up with every single conversation that happens. That's how you get overwhelmed. And we don't want that. So we curate a list of the top conversations that have happened the week before that we feel like are going to be beneficial for the most writers. So maybe there's some questions about launching a book. Maybe there's some questions about how to start a blog, or somebody posted something really encouraging. We cover a wide range of topics and writing stages, but there's a little something there for everybody. And it's a good place to kind of catch up on the conversations you might not have seen the week before. We also use that Monday recap to kind of give you a look forward. So what are the things coming up through the next week that you might want to mark your calendar for or be aware of in the Hope Writers world? So we do that every Monday. It's always pinned right at the top of the group, so it's really easy to find. And then Tuesday, like Anna Rachel mentioned, we do our Tuesday teaching. We also have something that we do that's called the writing room. We do that on Tuesdays and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. And that is just an open Zoom room that we have open all day where you can go in and work on your writing. You can have your camera on. We recommend people leave their microphones off. It's essentially like working in a library together with other people. So, you know, when you go to a library and you're more productive because everybody around you is also working, that's kind of the vibe here. So you can go in, it's come and go as you please, and get some writing done. That's every Tuesday and Saturday. On Wednesdays, which might be my favorite day of the week, we do Wednesday wins. And that is where we find all of the wins that you have shared in our Facebook group from the previous week, and we shout them from the rooftops so that everybody can come and cheer for you and be excited with you. And kind of like the Monday recap, it hits a wide variety of stages. So we have some people who might have set up a little writing nook in their house, and we celebrate that. Or maybe who posted on Instagram for the first time. Or maybe they launched a book out into the world that week. So it is all ends of the spectrum. It's really special. And our members love cheering each other on. It is always so encouraging to see how we just root for each other. I think that's really unique to the Hope Writers community.
It is. And I mean, it just really just captures the spirit of what we always say, is that we need to celebrate progress. And we say it time and time again, but celebrations are best done in community. And I know that I speak with a lot of people on the phone every week, every day, who don't have people in their actual real life who are writers. And maybe they feel supported by them, but it's just different when you're able to connect with a community of other writers who kind of get it. They get the work that you're doing. They get the guts that it takes to, like you said, get on social media and post something and share your words. And so, yes, celebration is a huge part of what we do. So like you said, this is like one of the highlights of the week.
Yes. Such a highlight. And then on Fridays, we do Friday shares, and that's a chance for you to share your own work. So we have a post specifically for if you wrote on Instagram, or you can share an Instagram link, or a post for where you can share a Facebook link, or a post where you can share a link to a blog or a website that you wrote. So that's a chance for you to kind of share your your words with other Hope Writers, and for other Hope Writers to read your words. And that's just a really fun time, because we have writers who write on such a variety of topics. And every week when I scroll through those posts, I'm just amazed at the quality and the kinds of words that our members are putting out into the world.
Yeah,
So
exactly. You're definitely, I think if anybody here hasn't had an opportunity to see these threads yet, you're going to absolutely find somebody else here that you probably connect with. And the Friday shares is a great place to begin.
yes, 100%.
Yeah. So tell us, Brittany, if maybe somebody here who has just joined, or maybe they're trying to decide if membership is a good option for them, what can they expect as a new member and getting ready to join our Facebook community?
So when you join Hope Writers, you will get access, like I said, to this private Facebook community. Right now, when you join, you are going to go into an orientation Facebook group. And that is a group of all the members who are joining right now during this open period of enrollment, so that you can come in and get to know the other members who are joining at the same time, who are starting in the same place as you are. And we get to acclimate you to kind of the Hope Writerly way. So it's likely that you'll have some questions about how some things work, what to expect, all of that kind of stuff. And so this is a place where you can come for a couple of weeks and hang out there and kind of get used to how Hope Writers works. And then once you are fully acclimated to everything Hope Writers, we're going to transition you over to that main community where you'll be in there with our other 3,000 members and get to engage with all of them.
Yeah, exactly. And this is so fun. This Facebook orientation group is amazing because, like Brittany said, you're going to get to meet everybody else who's getting started with Hope Writers right now. And if you haven't done that yet, if you haven't heard yet, Hope Writers does open to new members just a few times a year. And this time is one of those open enrollment sessions. So we'd love to have you consider joining us right now. You can get your first month free. So that includes everything we've chatted about so far, our weekly Tuesday teaching, our training library, and our Facebook community that Brittany just so kindly shared with us about. So at hopewriters.com/join, we'd love to have you welcomed into this Facebook group, the orientation one, and our larger group as well shortly after that. So Brittany, is there any other words you want to say for the people who are here with us or maybe catching a replay about our community?
Yeah, the writing life doesn't have to be lonely. And that's what is so great about this community. You're in a room full of other people, and you can look around and go, I'm with people who get it. Like you said, that's just such a special feeling to feel like you're in a community of people who are like you, who understand what the creative process is like, and the bravery that it takes, and the vulnerability. And it just is a great, great place. So come and join us. Say hello. I'm in there a lot. Come find me.
Absolutely. Well, Brittany, thank you so much for taking some time today to share with us about our Facebook community. We'll definitely make sure to say hey to you there.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm super thrilled to bring on somebody else from the Hope Writer team. We're going to bring on Deb. And Deb, she is our Guided Hope Circles leader, our Hope Circles manager here. Deb, thanks so much for being here. We're so excited to hear from you. You have to unmute your mic so we can hear you.
Thanks for having me, Mary Kate. It's good to be here.
Yes. Deb, tell our viewers a little bit about what you do here at Hope Writers.
Sure. Yeah, I'm the Hope Circles manager here, and I basically help people get connected in these small groups that we call Hope Circles.
Okay.
We have two different kinds. We have pure Hope Circles, and we have guided Hope Circles. I can share a little bit about each now, Mary Kate, if that's good.
Yes. Tell us what a Hope Circle is and tell us how these benefit writers.
Sure. So our Hope Circles are small groups of writers that join together to make progress and to make connection. So our peer Hope Circles started by other Hope writers. They can be on any topic. They can be led by anybody on the Hope Writers in the Hope Writers membership. If you're in the Facebook group that Brittany was just talking about, in the main group eventually, you'll see people say, hey, I'd like to start a peer Hope Circle for accountability for the next 2 months. Who wants to join in? Those are our peer Hope Circles. We have quite a few of them, and I think we might have close to 100 of them. And then we also have guided Hope Circles, which are relatively new. We are getting ready to launch our 3rd round of those. And those are a little different. They have a little bit more structure and accountability to them. They are also led by a fellow Hope Writer, but it's somebody that our team has chosen and selected because of their expertise in an area and because of their passion for teaching in whatever that area is.
That's amazing. So basically, when a new member comes in and they're thinking, I would love to get connected, I would love to maybe meet some other people who are working on something similar to me or in a similar stage to me, it sounds like these guided Hope Circles are a great way to do that, correct?
They really are. Yeah, that's something that we just really recommend as a good starting place. Brittany was saying it's you don't have to be lonely as a writer. You also you don't have to feel overwhelmed when you join a big writing community like this. And our guided Hope Circles are a way to take that overwhelm out because they are structured. They are led by somebody who is experienced in leading and in teaching. And it's 7 weeks. And if you commit to your 7 weeks, you're going to make progress and you're going to meet other writers.
Okay. So this next group that's starting up is going to be 7 weeks long. How do we get started? How do we join one if we're new here?
Sure. Yeah, sign-ups start next Tuesday, right after our Tuesday teaching, so 3 p.m. Eastern. Somewhere around then, you will see a post in the Facebook group with a sign-up link, and you will also see, you'll get an email as well from our team, and there'll be links there. There are already a couple of articles in the library, and you can go there and you can read about both our Pure Hope Circles and our Guided Hope Circles, but the sign-up link won't be open until next Tuesday. And then take your time when you're thinking. When you look at our 11 topics, you don't have to choose right away. You have until Sunday evening, the 6th. And you've just got a lot of great options this time. And we have circles this time that are going to fit anyone from a stage 1 to a stage 6 writer. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. So signups for this next group of Guided Hope Circles open next Tuesday. You have until Sunday to decide which one is going to be a good fit for you. And the format of these meetings happen on Zoom, right?
Yeah, there's a weekly Zoom meeting. So if a group is a Monday group, they would meet for an hour every Monday for 7 weeks in a row. The first 15 to 20 minutes of that time is teaching time by the guide in the topic that he or she is leading on. And then after that first 15 or 20 minutes, the guide will break everybody up into breakout rooms of a small group of people. We're shooting for 3 to 5. Sometimes they're a little bit more, but about 3 to 5. And we call that our workshop time, our breakout time. And that's where that small group of writers can connect with each other, because our goals for our Guided Hope Circles are progress and connection. They can connect with each other there. They can talk about the progress they've made in the previous week. They can do any assignment that the guide has given them for that breakout time. Sometimes they will give a brainstorm an idea, or we have one on writing craft, and there might be some exercises to go through. And then like check your work, like we used to do in school, check your work with each other, kind of hold each other accountable. And then at the end of the workshop time, the breakout rooms, you'll be brought back into the main room, and the guide will give you just a send off, whether there's an assignment or some encouragement. Big thing I'd love to stress is we really want everybody to stick it out for the 7 weeks, because we're learning now. We've done 2 rounds of these, right? We're learning that the people who are making progress are the ones that come to the live events every single week for the 7 weeks in a row. So
yeah, absolutely. And am I correct in saying that these sessions are recorded? So if there's information you wanted to revisit later, there's a recording? Okay, great.
Yeah, the intent for those is the revisit, not to watch it, not to use that as your way to watch it. Because if you that, you're missing out on the connection with people. But yes, they are recorded
100%.
and they are posted in the Facebook group. Every Guided Hope Circle has a Facebook group attached to it as well. Your guide is in there, and that is the primary way that we communicate with the members of the group. There's no email, there's no DM. We communicate in the Facebook group.
Great.
And that's where the recordings will be.
That's really helpful to know. So
Yeah.
if you're listening live or catching the replay and these Guided Hope Circles sound like the perfect place for you to gain support and connection, you can definitely take advantage of the next round that open on Tuesday. You'll just go to hopewriters.com/join. Your first month is on us, first month free. And once you do that, you'll be included in those emails and those communications to get started to join us with our Guided Hope Circles. So Deb, we're so excited. We cannot wait for this next round. But for right now, I would love if you could share with us a little bit about another benefit to membership, which is our member directory. Can you tell us what that is?
I sure can. I'm going to share my screen here so you guys can see it. So I have already logged in here, and I'll tell you a little bit about it first, and then I'm going to pull up one of our members to show you what this looks like. So I am at hopewriters.net. This is different from hopewriters.com. This is something, if you're a new member, this is something you will receive access to after your first payment has been processed. So if that isn't the case yet, which it is, if you're a brand new member, kind of take this in, listen, and see what this is, and then you can jump in after that first payment is processed.
So Deb, can I just, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you really quick. The sound is a little bit weird. I don't know if it's something with the screen share and the audio. It's a little gurgly, but basically what you're saying is that this is a directory place where members will be able to create their own profile, correct?
That's correct. Should I pop back over here so you guys can?
Yeah, maybe let's try not screen. Maybe let's try not screen sharing. Yeah. Let me see how that sounds. Is that a little clearer?
Is that better here?
I think a little bit. We can. Let's try it.
Okay, and if it's not, I apologize. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I apologize. If you need me to hold up Mary Kate, just tell me. So our member directory is a place where our members can connect. Virtually still, like in our Guided Hope Circles and in our Hope Circles, but also they have the potential to connect locally. We have a place to search there where I could put in, I live in central Illinois, I could put in Illinois and it will pull up every single member that lives in Illinois. And I found people that live in my town. I found someone that goes to my church. I didn't know she was a Hope writer, so that's been kind of fun too.
Okay.
So that is a great thing there. Shall I keep going? Can you still hear me?
So your sound is really good right now, but I think I'm just going to reiterate what you just shared.
Yep, that's
Deb
totally
is sharing that the member directory is a great place to connect with other writers who might be local to you. So if you're like, I love the virtual connection, that's great, but I'm ready to maybe meet up at a coffee shop or something, then this is a great resource to search by area local to you. And you can privately message other members that you might see are local, or maybe you're looking to connect with someone based on their writing genre. Is that something you were going to touch on as well?
I was, yeah. That's another way you can search is for writing genre, for interests. So with a basic profile, you can plug in three different specialties, and that is searchable. So if you write about memoir, you can put that in there, and then someone can find you for memoir.
Okay. So Deb, for some reason, your sound just it's just looking really gurgly. For a minute there, I was like, oh man, it's good. And now it's a little gurgly. So is it okay with you if I just pick up from here? Is that fine?
Please, please do. I apologize. We're getting a snowstorm. That's my only guess is what it could be. So I apologize.
Okay.
It's Midwest. No, exactly.
All right.
Thanks, Mary Kate.
Thanks, Deb. Thanks for being here. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. Sometimes, weather is something we're out of control with here, but Deb is just sharing about our member directory. And like she'd already mentioned, this is a great place to connect with other writers who might write in a similar genre to you or might be local to you. And so as she was saying, as a member with a basic profile, you get to assign up to 3 different categories to yourself so that when somebody might click on it, maybe it's nonfiction, maybe you write about wellness or faith, or you're a young adult fiction writer, there's so many categories to choose from. So when somebody searches for that category, you would populate in those results based on your location or your writing genre. And we do have a premium level we offer. There's some expanded search options there. You can link to your book online, whether it's on Barnes & Noble or Amazon. You can also link to any external like websites or social media channels that you serve your reader on. And you can even publish some of your own work, like in a blog post or essay format as well. So there's a lot of flexibility. I like to describe our member directory as like a LinkedIn page, but for writers. And I say that way because it is public facing. It's not just something we use internally, but it's something that you can share with your readers or other people that you might want to direct them to your work. And so it's a great tool for connection, but also for reaching your reader. And if you don't have a website yet, this might be a nice, comfortable jumping point that you can utilize for that. So our member directory is a feature included with membership. And if you join us now at hopewriters.com/join, you won't get immediate access to this feature, but you will at the end of your first 30 days. One of our team members will go in, manually create your account so that you can sign in and get your profile up and running in no time. It's literally as simple as uploading a profile photo and putting your name in, and then you're ready to connect with other members in that capacity. So again, hopewriters.com/join. You'll be able to access that after your first free month of membership. So next, I am so excited to bring on Jenny Howell. She is one of our membership specialists here at Hope Writers. Jenny, thanks so much for joining me.
I am honored. It is so fun. I get to work with Mary Kate on a daily basis, you guys, and she is gold. She is an encouragement, and I'm spoiled to work with you. So,
well, I was telling our team today, I need Jenny Howell to be my personal hype woman. So if you've ever had the opportunity to connect with Jenny, you know how amazing she is. Jenny joined Hope Writers 4 years ago. And since then, she has made big progress with her website, her email list. She's got a speaking calendar, and she runs marketing for a nonprofit organization. And right now, she's actually revising her first nonfiction book proposal. So she is making progress, doing the things a writer does, and she gets to talk with writers like you every day, helping them figure out their next best steps for progress. So that's why we invited her on. Jenny, I would love for you to share with people here who might have just joined us or are considering joining, what are their first steps toward making progress?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about it. It's my favorite
Okay.
thing to do. It's my favorite thing. Before I jump into those first steps, though, I just want to encourage you guys who are watching today. I've gotten to talk to a lot of writers on Zoom and on phone calls. You guys know that you can book a call with our team, and we'd love to spend time with you and hear where you're stuck and help you make a plan. But a lot of the commonalities that are happening in conversations this week are around writers feeling stuck because they're living in a hard season right now.
Yeah,
they're feeling stuck. They're feeling distracted. They feel like they lacked qualification to actually write down the hard stuff. I just want you to know that at Hope Writers, you will not be alone in that place. A lot of our members are maybe feeling like now's not the time to share my words with my reader, but it's still the time to write the hard words down for our own hearts and to make progress in our own life. So I just want, whoever that's for today, I don't know, but it's for me, and we just want to encourage you.
Thank you,
so let's
Jenny.
jump in. Yeah, let's jump into those steps, because this is critical, you guys. It's like you're on a diving board and you're gonna dive in, but you're gonna be with a whole community of people who are gonna love and support you.
Yeah.
Number one is we want you to connect in the private Facebook community.
Yeah.
And Mary Kate, I don't know how you describe this when you're on your calls with our writers, but it is like a busy airport hub of people. I mean, questions and answers. You fly in, you ask your question, you get all the feedback and all the help and all the support. You're connecting and collaborating.
Yeah.
And a lot of you say, this is the thing that I'm missing most from my writing life. I don't have a community. I don't have writers in my close circles that understand this life.
Yep.
And I need that. And so if that's you and you're like, I talked to a gal yesterday that said, I've spent all the money on all the training all over the internet, and I've done nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it was so fun to encourage her and say, man, that's great that you recognize that. You're at the perfect place, because let's dial back a little bit and let's work on some soul care training. We have training in our Tuesday teaching library on soul care for the writers, and just really how to make progress with mindset because you can have all the training, but if you don't have the support, you're not going to make progress.
Right.
So introduce yourself in the Facebook community. You'll find your writing people really quick.
Okay, perfect. So new members from Jenny herself, jump into the Facebook community, that orientation group, and introduce yourself. We want to know you. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you're writing about. We want to hear anything you want to share. So absolutely. I love when people post pictures like with their dogs or their kids or whatever. It's so fun to see you. So yes, that's the first step. Introduce yourself. Any other good pointers for getting started if you're just joining as a new member?
Yeah. Following what Anna Rachel said is make sure and go to the Start Here module and take that quiz. You know, a lot of us just want to know. I know for me, when I joined Hope Writers, I just needed to know, where do I start and what's my next step?
Yep.
So that when I do have a little crack in my day, I have 5 kids and then I'm working and doing all the things just like a lot of you, and it feels impossible. But if you know where you are and then you know where you're going, you always have a plan. It's the best.
Yeah.
And then my last tip, Mary Kate.
Okay.
My last tip is to set one small goal.
That's good.
A lot of us say, you know, Jenny, I wrote my whole book during COVID, and my goal in 1 month is to find an agent and sign a contract. Well, that's an awesome goal, but there's a lot of journey that happens between there that I'm learning personally. And so a small goal, like practical for you, what works for you, goal.
Yeah.
Schedule writing time. When are you going to write?
Yeah.
Is it, and where is it? Is it in your closet with the door locked? Is it in your carpool line? Is it, you know, after dinner on the couch? Where's your writing time happening? And then make a plan for your Hope Writers time. What training are you going to soak up? Who are you going to connect with? And then for me, if you have a wild home life, invite your people into your writing journey. That's been huge for me. Sitting my kids down and saying, Mom's a writer and I have work to do and I need your support. So those are my tips.
Jenny, those are incredible. I feel like I want to go sign up right now and get started. You've inspired me. Really encouraged by the idea of setting small, attainable, achievable goals this week. So thank you so much for joining us. And if you guys are hearing Jenny and you have any more questions about what getting started might look like for you, how membership can help you move forward, go to hopewriters.com/join. And we have our whole team, our whole membership specialist team in the live chat all day today. We're ready to answer your specific questions. And so you can connect with us there. I promise there are real human people behind the scenes and we're ready to help you and to serve you. So Jenny, thank you again for joining me today.
Thank you. It was fun. I'll see you guys at Hope Writers.
Yep, we'll see you in there. Awesome. Guys, I can't believe how the time is flying, but we are ready to bring on our last team member. I can't wait for you to meet her. You might have already seen her this week. This is Clarissa Mall. Clarissa, thanks for joining us today.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
Awesome. Clarissa, can you just introduce yourself? Tell everybody what it is that you do here at Hope Writers.
Sure. I'm Clarissa Mall. I'm a writer, and I am the host of the Writerly Life podcast here at Hope Writers and a member of the host team.
Yep. And so some people may have been seeing you around this week. They may be familiar with your voice, but we wanted to invite you here today to share our Hope Writer Manifesto. So I'm going to let you take it away. This is incredible. I know you have all the words, but writers, if you're tuning in live or you're catching the replay, I want to encourage you to really listen to what Clarissa is sharing here. This is the heart of who we are at Hope Writers and who our members are. So I'm going to let you take the floor.
All right. Well, before I do, honestly, I got to take it off my bulletin board here right by my desk because, friends, if you are a writer, you can believe in your writing. You can believe that your words matter. But there are days where you literally need it printed out and put right in front of your face. And if you're like that, I am too.
Yep, me too.
I have my paper here. It's got all those thumbtack holes in it, and it's kind of wrinkled because I need to refer to these words so often. So as I read through these are the core of what we believe here at Hope Writers. They're what we believe about our community. They're what we believe about our work, and they are what we believe about you. So as you consider joining us, I wonder if there's a particular one that resonates. And as I read it, stick it in the chat. If there's a number that you're like, yeah, I need this word spoken over my work and my heart today, just stick that in the chat for me. Number 1, we write meaningful words without sacrificing our meaningful life. Number 2, we're still writers, even if we never write a book. Number 3, we build benches, not platforms. Number 4, we know how to hustle without losing heart. I need that one a lot. Number 5, we champion the success of other writers. We've got even more. Number 6, we don't wait to write until we feel qualified, picked, or inspired. Number 7, we believe we have a message to share and a reader to serve. Number 8, we refuse to take our work or ourselves too seriously. And if you spend any time in the Facebook community, you know that's for real.
Yeah.
And number 9, we understand that fear is normal, but friends, courage always gets the final say. And finally, number 10, we celebrate progress and we take our next right step in love. You know, if you're considering taking your next right step, I would love to have you join us here in Hope Writers, because these are the things that connect us to each other. They're the things that motivate us when the candles and the warm cup of tea and the muse don't seem to show up. And they're the things that ground us, reminding us when we have doubts about whether our words are important, whether we should even be doing this writerly thing, whether we can even call ourselves a writer. These words ground us. They're our manifesto. You can find them at the Start Here section of our member library. It's a great place to go and get them. But honestly, once you get there, go ahead and print it off. Stick it where you can see it. Stick it where you can be reminded of these words. Stick it where your family and friends can see it so that they can remember that this is the life that you've committed to. I hope that you'll join us, because this manifesto is really just a summation of the amazing resources that we have in Hope Writers and the amazing community that will come around you as you work toward your writing goals.
Yes. Oh, I love that, Clarissa. And I have mine printed. It's in a picture frame on my desk because I don't have a tack place to stick it. But I completely agree with you that this is worth printing out and keeping it right before you. So thank you so much for sharing this with
You're
us,
welcome.
for coming on and joining us. We really appreciate your time. Awesome. Well, we're almost up with our time here today. And I am so thrilled that you've been able to come and join us live, or maybe you're able to catch the replay. So grateful. We hope that our time together here as a team with you has been helpful to give you a good idea of what a Hope Writers membership looks like, as well as getting to see some of the faces that work hard behind the scenes to support you in your writing work and in your writing journey. I know we went over a lot of information here, but again, I will also say that we do have team members live in our chat at hopewriters.com/join. You can ask any further questions, or if you need clarity, or if you're maybe feeling like, is this for me? Join us there. We can't wait to connect with you. I want to give a quick recap before we completely wind up today about everything that's included with a membership. So when you join today, not only is your first month free, but you're going to get instant access to our live Tuesday teaching that we chatted about, our online resource library. And again, that's accessible from your computer or from the Kajabi app. You'll also be warmly welcomed into our community. You'll first join our Facebook orientation group, and after a couple of weeks, you'll be moved over to our big main Hope Writers group and join our 3,000 other members who are there connecting. They cannot wait to meet you. I guarantee it. The other 2 bonuses you will get immediately is an invitation to join our next group of guided Hope Circles. And as Deb mentioned, signups begin on Tuesday, and you'll have all the way until Sunday to decide which group is going to be the best fit for you at this time to move forward and make progress. Again, if you're looking for support and connection, I'd highly encourage you to join one of those and then block off the next 7 weeks knowing like, I am making progress here. The other bonus that you're going to get is a 15% discount on our coaching packages. And I am so excited about this. We didn't have time to go over it today, but we've just rolled out our coaching option. We have, I'm pretty sure 30 Hope Writer coaches ready to help you. So if you're looking for one-on-one support and you want to work with somebody to kind of walk you through the nitty-gritty steps of, getting your website started or writing a book proposal or whatever it is, you can get that member discount, 15% on all of those coaching sessions. If you have any more questions about that, again, hopewriters.com/join, and you can ask our team members in the chat. And after your first free month of membership, you're going to receive even more bonuses. And the first one is our Writer's Template Kit. And this is a kit that will be added to your library, and it includes digital templates for a book proposal, a query letter, or social media posts. You're also going to receive your member directory listing at that time. Again, after your first 30 days, you'll be able to log on to hopewriters.net, and you're going to be able to create your own profile as simple as putting in your name and your picture. And the last bonus that we will send you is a welcome box with our Hope Writers Progress Planner. And I actually remembered to grab mine here today. This is a beautiful hardcover spiral bound planner that helps you take all of the resources that we chatted about here today and put them into a customized 90-day plan for you. This isn't for your grocery list. This isn't for your appointment reminders. This is for your writing work. And there are sections that help break down the art side of your writing, the business side of your publishing. We want to see you make progress. And all of these things that I mentioned here today are included in your Hope Writers membership. So if you're ready to jump in and get started, please visit us at hopewriters.com/join. You get your first month free. And in all my years as a member here at Hope Writers, I've never seen this offer. So we encourage you to give it a try. Say yes to your writing dream today. Join us at Hope Writers. Get connected with your people. Get the clarity you need to move forward in these coming months. We are so excited for you and the work you're going to do this year. We'll see you in Hope Writers, guys. Thanks so much for your time today.